Welcome back to Sawtooth Tactical and episode 4 of the 300 Blackout build. We got more parts, so we are going to unbox and install. And yeah, I hope you guys are following along the progress of this build. It's been very exciting so far. Today we have the Geissele Automatics Super 42 buffer system. So let's check it out. But before we get started, just want to thank all of you that have subscribed to the channel. So, episode 4 of the Aero Precision M4E1 300 Blackout build. We did the lower in episode 1. We put in a trigger that I am not going to use in the final build. I've got a Geissele SSP on the way. Episode 2, we got the upper receiver. Episode 3, we installed all the lower parts and the Radian Raptor charging handle. And today in episode 4, we've got the Geissele Super 42 buffer system. So let's take a look at it up close. So you can see the build so far. It is coming along nicely. Let's take a look at what we got in here. This is my first Geissele parts ever. So here we go. We've got the Super 42 braided buffer spring with an H2 buffer. I am hoping that the H2 is the right weight for 8-inch 300 Blackout. In the research that I've done, that's what it looked like. At least for running supers. We'll see once I get the suppressor and try to run subsonic if the H2 is too heavy. But we'll find out at that point. And this should be the buffer tube here. Let's see what she looks like. Of course, I had to go with the classic Geissele color since I'm not doing this build in all black. And there it is, Geissele Automatics. So, let's take these and install them. And through the magic of video editing, so here she is, Geissele buffer tube, H2 buffer, braided buffer spring. Stoked. The build is coming along nicely and I'm very excited about it. So, try to line everything up here. There we go. Had to use some Aero shell on the threads for the castle net. Make sure that if I ever want to be able to take it off again, I can. Clean that up a little. Let's go back up top. All right, so here we have it. We've got the buffer assembly installed. So the next items, I do have a trigger that I ordered from Geissele direct. It was during a sale, and they said because of the high volume of orders, it could take up to 4 weeks. It's been 1 week so far, so could be as many as 3 more weeks before I get that trigger. But I am very excited about getting it. Never had a Geissele trigger before, and as you probably know, they are considered about the best triggers in the business. It's also why I got the Geissele buffer system. Just want to make this build as high quality as I can afford to do. Also ordered the Holosun HS512C red dot for it. It has the same reticle as the EOTech, the circle dot, the donut of death, the 65 MOA circle with a 2 MOA dot. But it's got some other features that the EOTech doesn't have, like shake awake and an actual decent battery life. And there's about $100 less than the EOTech, so win-win-win all the way around. So yeah, optic coming, trigger coming. I already know which barrel I'm going to order. The rail is going to be the Atlas R1, same rail I've used on this and this build, but it's going to be a 7.3-inch rail in flat dark earth with an 8-inch 300 Blackout barrel, pistol length gas system. So I need to get a gas tube, gas block, and still need the bolt carrier group, obviously. I want to get something with a good coating on it, maybe nickel boron, Haven't decided on the bolt carrier yet, because once you get into the higher end bolt carrier groups, they are much more expensive than the standard, phosphate mil-spec bolt carrier groups. All this stuff costs a lot of money and takes a little bit of time. But we're getting there, and I appreciate you guys following along. So, from Sawtooth Tactical, before I say that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way, you won't miss the rest of this build, plus all the other videos that we do. And we put out 3 videos every week, so make sure that you don't miss those. Please leave me a like if you're enjoying this build so far. Comment on what you run on your builds. What parts do you like to use? And tell me if I chose the right buffer weight for 300 Blackout. I sure hope so. Anyway, love you guys. From Sawtooth Tactical, stay strapped or get clapped.